Alrighty, so I want to show you guys a little trick for stairs. So say for example you forgot your builder's square, what you normally mark your stringers out with. There's this cool little trick that my old builder that I used to work for taught me. So basically you just use a triangle to set your whole stairs out. So my stairs have a 177.5 rise and a 290 tread. So all I do is I mark 290, 177 and I can cut this out. That is my template. So this is basically what that builder square does. I'll cut this out and I'll show you how it works. Alrighty, so after you got your triangle cut, you want to make sure this is really accurate as well, because this is what is setting out the whole stairs. You're going to do your nosing line if you're doing this style of stair. If you just cut the stringers, then you wouldn't be doing a nosing line, but because I'm doing it this way, that's why. I'm going to give myself a 50mm nosing line. So I just get my combi square and I just draw it along here. So I've already worked out how long my stringer is because I did all the math and stuff already, but for the sake of it, I'm just going to go about there. And where my triangle cut finishes at the bottom here, I'm actually going to use that as the foot cut. That will be the bottom of the stringer. Alrighty, so it makes a bit more sense if you can see it. So that's my nosing line going through here. That's just the foot cut I just did. Next, I've got my triangle. So that's my rise. And this is my tread. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is line up my triangle with my nosing line here, like so. So that's all in line with my nosing line. This would technically be the start of the ground because this is the first step. I'll mark this, then I'll slide it up like that. Mark this one, slide it up, mark it again, slide it up, and so on. It's the exact same as using a builder square, except you're just using a triangle, like an offcut. Let's have a look at that. Here's kind of another tip that's going to save you a bit of money. So whenever you're doing nosing lines, you have to make sure that you always mark 50mm up or continue your nosing line. So this is where I set out the stairs, right there. If I cut that line off, I'd have no nosing, or I'd have no horn to clip onto my deck or whatever I'm connecting onto. So before you cut everything out, make sure that you have all your nosing lines marked out. So I just added another nosing line here. So that's 50mm. So that 50mm goes like that the whole way, and the same on the bottom as well, right? So this is my original line that I marked out. If I cut that, my tread technically would poke out this section here. So what I've done is I've added another 50mm line. I've added another 50mm line. So I know that my cut will go like this, cut and cut, so that will be the bottom of the stairs. That's going to be a tread there. That's all going to get checked out here so that there's some meat here so that my tread doesn't slip out. So check out, check out, check out, and then keep the nosing line the same. There you have it. It's one side done. Time to do the other side. Alrighty, so that's my first one. Just went and checked that before. Now all I do, put that on top, mark it, make sure that they're the opposites because I want a right and a left. Then I just remark my nosing line, which is there, and then just go through the same process. Use this triangle, boom, mark it out, slide it down, so on and so on, so that they're exactly the same.